All right, that's recording.
Good afternoon, 5:30 PM, July 27th, 2026. Well, it'll be 5:30 in 10, 12 seconds. This is the 2026 version of the Tilton Northfield Fire and EMS Building Committee. We do have sufficient members present for a quorum. Present by name is Sabrina McPhail, Scott Hilliard, Matt Bolger, Tim Sattler, and Derek Farrell. We have no public comment. Relative, minutes of 7:13. Is there a motion relative to those minutes?
I'll make the motion, Mr. Chairman. I read it online, and I have a copy.
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Any discussion on these minutes? I want to clarify something. On page 2, the top paragraph is relative to influx of calls. Is there in fact no seasonal influx? Or was that a...
There's not real, I said there's not really. We're pretty steady. I mean, we have, our calls vary, I mean, besides this March, for some other reason, so if I throw that March out, probably within 20 to 25 calls a month. So we're a little busier in the summer, and we're a little busier in the winter, but it's not like areas like Moultonborough, Alton, Guilford, Laconia. We don't have that huge influx when the tourists come, because we don't have the amount of tourists that they do. So we're pretty steady throughout the year. I could get average month to month.
I just, it
But we
seems
don't-
like that where we live in Resort, I know it's busier on Route 3 today than it was January 25th.
Yeah, but we have more car accidents then, and, you know, it's, it just doesn't, we just are pretty steady every month, every day. We, again, it's just, the tourists travel through here, but they don't typically, we have some stay, but it's not like, I think Laconia, somebody told me, and I don't know if it's true, Laconia has a 40,000 person difference in population from the summer to the winter. We don't have anything close to that.
Lake towns do that.
Yeah.
Meredith and Moultonborough.
Yes. Yeah, well, Moultonborough's crazy, yeah. I think Moultonborough does 1,000 calls a year, and I heard 700 of them from Memorial Day to Labor Day. So,
All right. Is there any discussion on the minutes? No. Okay. All those in favor of the minutes as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved as presented. Before we go any further, the agendas, when they're put out, always have a date, but they don't have a time and a place. If I'm Joe Public and I'm seeing this before the meeting, I know what day it is, I got no idea what time and place it's at.
Yeah, location.
If we could have that added to
that should not be difficult.
that thing you got kills me.
It's already on my computer there.
It's
I
so
wrote-
fancy. I want one of those. I don't know what it is, but I
I'm
want to
pretty sure
try
I
one.
couldn't afford one.
Kevin, if you came in with
And I
one of
know I
those,
couldn't.
I'd be scared.
If I come in with something like that, you want to look out.
Do this.
No, what did I do with my agenda?
They're not on the agenda, Kevin, you'll see, I got an email from Helen, she didn't know if it went out to the whole building committee or not, so I put that email in there.
Great, old business. We got no one here that hasn't already answered this question. Whether we understand the charge and the plan and whether individually we support. I think Helen and
Jeremy?
Jeremy,
And he should be here soon.
community engagement. Can, maybe we'll flip this for a second. Put Tim on the spot. Has there been any talk on the commission level about when that will actually take place?
Only in that we want to start doing that as soon as possible. And, encouraged by the fact that we have those preliminary drawings just to give people a sense for like how big the building look on the site and what they sort of, the rooms that we've identified. So it's good to have this, and I'm looking forward to the discussion on those. But now that we have that, we can certainly start talking about how we want to move forward with getting the word out there. That we're meeting, that we're moving forward, that things are happening.
And do you have an update on construction?
So the commission has contracted with SMP. We put out the RFQ for a construction manager. We received 10 responses. We narrowed it down to 6. We invited the 6 to respond to an RFP, which they were sent. Tomorrow we're actually having a walkthrough at 1:30, starting at the Park Street Station, where all 6 of those companies were asked to come to be there present for the walkthrough. And their RFP responses are due back on August. I'll say it wrong if I guess. But it's coming up
August
quick.
11th at 3 p.m. And then the interviews,
Will be the following.
the 12th, there's 3 interviews, and the 13th is 3 interviews.
Did
Those are
all
starting
6
at 4.
agree to a site walk?
I don't have an answer for that.
I spoke with Jason Lacombe from SMP today.
What's his last name?
Lacombe, Lacombe. Did I spell that right? I probably didn't.
I get the point.
And he didn't mention that anybody wasn't coming, so I'm expecting them all.
It wasn't like it was optional, it was a requirement of the,
Well, yeah.
so we'll know if somebody doesn't show up.
So if they don't go, they're done?
I believe that's gonna be,
That's the commissioner's prerogative, but I would think if they don't show up, that probably means they're not too interested.
Right.
I don't know that anything in the RFP would have, in my opinion, scared anybody away or been insurmountable, other than maybe the time frame of getting it back to us. But again, the RFP wasn't that robust that it would take a team of lawyers to come up with a response. Hopefully all 6 will show up tomorrow and we'll get all 6, and we've already scheduled the interviews for the 12th and 13th, 3 on each day, starting at 4 o'clock. Everybody's welcome to attend.
I could
Did you all get the calendar?
I love that, that's what I have up, I love that we got this calendar, actually.
Did you get the one that goes back from the district meeting with all the dates for?
I don't.
It's not made yet. We don't have
Oh, we
all
don't
those
have
dates. We don't have all those dates yet. So I'm sorry, I meant to email that out. I asked Kathy for that. We haven't created that calendar yet. That's put out by DRA. We don't have those dates. I could probably put some of them in there, but until we have all the dates, it doesn't make sense to put that whole calendar out there. I can show you last year's and give you an idea of what it's going to be. But until that DRA puts those dates out, then we won't know those dates.
Okay. Jeremy Perkins has joined us at 5:39 p.m.
I have the interview schedule if you'd like me to read it off. Or
I'm sorry?
I have the interview schedule if you'd like me to read it off. Or
About people that
It's in the calendar that we have, isn't it?
it doesn't tell you who is when.
Oh.
I don't think it does.
But it's 3 one day, 3 another, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, Bowen is at 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Fulcrum is at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Harvey is at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. On Thursday, Ekman is at 4 p.m. BPS is at 5 p.m. and Milestone is at 6 p.m. And those will all occur at the Park Street Station.
So the last two both days, they're buying pizza or something?
I hope so. I'm gonna be hungry.
That wasn't in the RFP.
Oh, I thought the P meant pizza.
No.
New business, preliminary schematic designs. You
All right.
have some really big, beautiful pictures.
Yeah, I can, let me, so I sent you guys all it on your computers. The first one, the PDF, is difficult on a regular computer. On a phone or iPad it seems to work, but on a computer it doesn't seem to work. So this one is just to, I don't know if you can see that, Scott. And you guys can take, so this one really is just to show you the size, so you can see what we're proposing versus the Tilton PD. Because everybody's driven by the Tilton PD and seen. So it's a little weird, so you gotta kind of look at this black line more than the building itself. But it's about, so that building is just kind of not 100% to scale. But look at this black line, and that's the Tilton PD. And then look at this right here, and that's the proposed outside. Again, this is just a rough, first schematic. This isn't, but just to show you what we're proposing in size. So now it's going to be taller than the Tilton PD. Just so this bay itself. So right on this drawing, this would be proposed to be a flat roof. I'm guessing 18 to 20 feet tall, and then just a single-story gabled on this one. We're going to have, I talked to Jason today, he's going to have more elevations for us in a week or so.
So Chief, is there, Mr.
Go
Chairman?
ahead.
Yeah. Chief, is there a square foot on that?
I have it on the next one, it shows all the square
Oh,
footage.
okay.
Yep, and I think it's 10.9, right on, it's about 11,000 square feet.
11,000.
It's, yeah, I have the numbers on the other one. So this one,
And if I could just add that they wanted to maintain that dirt parking area that's currently there.
Yes. Yeah.
So we didn't make that any, infringe on it, make it any smaller. And then you see the rear parking there, Chief?
yeah,
Yeah. And there's a row of trees sort of to be shielding or between the parking and the rest of that yard, and try not to go beyond the police station so that maximize the amount of space back there. Probably couldn't go any farther to the north because they need
north is that way.
drainage swale over there. And then there was some talk about how far they could go towards the road and still provide adequate pavement to, be maneuvering a truck backing it into the station. So those are some of the thoughts behind that design.
So preserve that land behind for what?
Are they putting a football field?
The Parks Commission. So
Parks Commission.
They
yeah.
do, right now, they do like a skating rink, they do some farmers markets.
Farmers markets, yeah.
Hopefully that would be enough area to
Yeah,
continue
so we
to do
can
those.
keep it as a community field as well. So I think that's going to be a future discussion between the board and the Board of Selectmen and the commissioners, but I think that's a great selling project, or selling piece, because I do know that there's, they want to keep
Yeah,
it.
and they should, it's good,
Yeah.
and,
And it's even better now that you got the fire department there.
yeah.
Somebody is on their skates and breaks an ankle.
There's no thought that that's not always gonna be adequate, and we might need that?
Or for the fire department? Personally, I don't think this would be, the way it's designed, you could house 6 people and the admin here. I don't see this being a much bigger station than that. You have 2 ambulances and an engine and a ladder.
Yeah, but what about when your grandson's chief?
With my grandson's chief, that's why we have the Park Street station. And then if we're gonna get bigger than that, we're probably gonna want a station way down by, Winnisquam Bridge. That's gonna be the next place for us to, instead of making one giant station, 3 smaller, and this is when my grandson's chief, in my time, I don't ever see us, in my lifetime, outgrowing these 2 stations. Because you'd have 12 people and then the admin, I don't see us getting there anytime soon. And my opinion, could we use more apparatus? Like, maybe in 20-something years, a chief might find another piece of apparatus. But right now, I have 3 ambulances and then I have 2 engines, a ladder, and a tanker. I mean, how many more pieces of equipment do I need to staff? I don't see us adding, maybe another ambulance, but we could add another ambulance currently the way we're proposing it. I don't see us adding in the next 20 to 50 years any more apparatus than possibly a 4th ambulance.
And at some juncture in time, the town of Tilton is gonna be completely out of space
Yes,
to build.
yeah.
So,
You had a question over there, sorry.
Oh no, I was being a jerk with people beeping, but I have a question. I don't know if I can ask it in terms of this. Why are we building a flat roof?
Why we build a flat roof? So there's a couple reasons we're building a flat roof. One reason we're building a flat roof is because a gable into a gable creates a big valley. So
Okay.
now you have ice problems. The second reason we're building a flat roof is because we have space considerations here. And so while the peaked roof is good for snow, it's not good for storage in space. So if we do a flat roof, we can put HVAC units on the roof and save square footage in the building. And then it also allows us to put a mezzanine here and have a lot more, because if you look, there's no closets in here. There is no storage. There is no storage. So our storage is going to be above this mezzanine here, and that's where this is right here. So to have that mezzanine with that space, we need to have that flat roof out.
It's not a true flat roof.
Yeah, it's like what did he say? It's
It
like
has-
1 pitch or
it
something
has
like
some slope. Undetermined at this point, but it will have some slope.
Some slope.
It's not going to be like at the mall.
No, with the parapets all the way around and stuff.
The right-hand side will be a gable with a peak running down the middle.
Yeah, this portion will be a gable roof, exactly. And
So it's
then-
going to go onto that flat.
Mhm.
See, one thing that kind of irritates me, the apparatus bay isn't flush with that meeting room.
We talked about that.
Plowing would be awful.
Yeah.
It's like, but what's that?
Good
A
call.
15-foot wall.
Can you bring up the other?
Yeah, why don't-
The other one's got a bigger.
I've already talked to, we talked to him about snow storage.
So you're
I
saying- saying, point to where he's preferring.
Kick out.
Right.
That needs to be flush, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
You can do a straight sweep.
The problem, I think what he's, if you move that down, we have no airlock he's trying to keep the airlock here. Because this is the staff area, and this is where the staff's gonna be coming out. I'm not saying this
I
is,
mean, you could,
What is that distance?
Yeah. Like,
I don't have my
reason
ruler
to
on me.
build that.
I'm saying, he's probably right at 12 to 15 feet.
yeah, that's gonna,
It's gonna be tough,
yeah,
yeah.
you should, yeah.
Well, no, this is the first schematic, and that's why. I've already brought up, some other snow issues. So
Is
this
that a
is,
scale drawing?
yes, it's scaled, and this is so this is 24 feet from here to here, so that's, it's probably,
Oh,
12 feet.
15.
Yeah.
Could you move, like, what's this room by the mezzanine where the stairs are? What's that back room?
It's called the tool room, it might be the EMS room, because we've asked to move this already.
So-
This is gonna go up on that mezzanine, this is gonna move over here.
Other than added space, is there a downside to dragging that? Could you see that?
I did. I'm with
Oh,
you.
bringing this?
What's
I
12
mean,
more
Just
feet?
dragging that wall forward.
Right.
What's another million?
No. Like, think about that. Cause I
I said,
think
what's
you're
another
right.
million?
We were just really trying to keep the square foot.
Yeah.
SMP really was doing everything in his power to keep this under 10,000,
I just-
11,000 square feet.
I just feel like you could move that tool room
Mm-hmm.
somewhere and have an exit
Just
right,
slide that
right
all-
where that tool room is. Have an exit
It's the
in that
floor.
area.
That came up Monday night because the guy made the comment that corners cost money.
Mm-hmm.
So if that corner costs money, if you drag that wall frontwards. What's that on the left? Is that a stairway
Where?
right there?
Right?
No.
here?
The ladder
Right,
truck.
That's a ladder truck.
Oh, that's a ladder truck.
Yep. So I'm not saying the ladder truck will be at this station, but I want this designed to fit the ladder truck. Because if I had to make the decision today, and I don't have to make this, I would put the ladder truck in this station. Thankfully, I don't have to make that decision today because there's various reasons it might not go there.
Right.
But if I want to be
But it
able
could
to,
go anywhere in that building.
it can go anywhere in that building.
Right.
Yeah. So I want to make sure the ladder fits in this station.
Does that return, if the overhead door wall was brought forward, so as Derek says, that's one straight wall in the front, does that make room on the left side in the back for an overhead door?
To back something in this way?
On the side? Like this
off
way?
there, yeah. Like, could you put a boat in that way?
Would there be advantage to that?
Or the
So
plow truck?
adding this, I mean, I would look, because I don't have a place for the utility with the plow.
What if you,
Right,
You know,
like if you
And
could
so
back
if
it
it,
in that
but
side.
my thought is, in a snowstorm, you're gonna have to back one of the ambulances up and put the utility in there. It's gonna be tight, really not, but,
why not just take everything, see that exit that you go, that hallway?
this one?
Nope, you, in the back.
Oh, right here, yep.
I'll just move all that down.
Take that
And have
whole,
your-
take that whole square and move it down.
No. Just no. Get rid of this. Push this way. Put this here. And then you have door coming. This is gonna have to be rearranged. But you have door here. You can go out here. And door here. You can come out.
You could, his reasoning for just, I mean, and we can move things around, it's not, his reasoning for having it, because he put decon here and the locker room here, and he wanted you to be able to come in and go to the locker room and come and go to decon, in case you have a really gross decon. This decon room is very similar to the one we saw at New Boston Station, and it's very good to be able to just spray something down. And so he wanted you to be able to have but you could move the decon room over to here.
And that mechanical room on the far left, he was talking about putting that up in the mezzanine.
Yep.
So we can move all
I
that.
can't remember, and there was, so, the decon room and the apparatus bay, and I don't want to quote him because, so we have to capture that water before we put it into the sewer system. Because it has, for hazmat reasons, it has to be tested before we can pump it. And so there's reasons he put rooms in certain places, and it has to do with where electricity comes in, where sewer comes in, and where some other stuff. And so I don't know which rooms, we'd have to ask which rooms those are. There was some rooms he's like, they really need to be in this location, and some rooms that we could move around freely, and I don't remember which rooms they were.
Tim, help me out here. Previous committee, floor plan was within the purview of that committee. Floor plan is not within the purview of this committee.
The commissioners are looking for your input, though. You know, so I don't think it's unreasonable to say, all right, these were the concerns that the building commission came up
Yeah, because with that, if we can.
with. I mean, the other issue I see on the doorway out from the living area.
Oh,
Yeah.
this,
No, the one going north.
this,
No,
this airlock, or this one?
that one.
Yep.
I mean, that's on the north side of the building too.
Mhm.
You know, you just hate putting doors on the north side of the building because the sun's never going to melt the snow
Well,
there.
if the wind is the same there as it is
Across the street.
on Lancaster Hill, get more west wind than anything else.
So the original design had that door here, but he had 18-inch lockers, and where they're 24s now, and I said, we can't go to 18, especially with our uniforms, they just won't fit. So when he made the 24-inch lockers, he switched the doorway from here to here. However, he has more lockers than we need, so I think we might be able to,
Well, he was trying to make that an employee entrance.
yes,
The lockers are 24 wide or deep?
both, 24 by 24. That's what we have now.
That doesn't seem like it.
Very much room?
No, it's not. He had
Not a
18
lot
by
of room.
18. 24 by 24 is what we have now. The prison has made them for us, and they work good. They don't work great. There's no capital or anything like that, but they work good, and they house, you know, I have one, the deputy has one, every member on the full-time staff has one. That is just for like your uniforms, your dress uniform, your bunker gear goes in a 24 by 24 locker in this room. So your firefighting equipment has a different, if you've seen the red lockers in the station, same size as the red lockers, except they're enclosed in this one. Sorry, I keep
That's all right, no, that's all right. No.
I guess,
These 24, that just doesn't seem like.
could you swap the kitchen area and the meeting room? And then the kitchen area is a lot smaller than the meeting room. The meeting room just bump out back.
The thought was to keep everything, they want everything right here for the staff, so you're never far from that exit door into the, we did ask to have a air,
So
so
you just have a door that.
there has to be an airlock, it's because of the negative pressure, you need negative pressure between the apparatus bay and the living space. So we asked to put a door here, and he said he would, but it needs to be a specialized door with some special lock, and it really needs to be an emergency exit only, which means if you're training, you can go out that door, but you would never want anybody, you don't want this door to be normal. You need the airlock for the negative pressure. So there's some kind of negative pressure system in this airlock, which can be moved, but it's
What's above it? What's above the meeting room? What?
nothing. It's just a,
Yeah.
oh, this you mean?
Yeah.
No, that's the gym.
Fitness.
Yep, so we asked to move that to the mezzanine already, and then
Okay.
move this over here somewhere, because the fitness room, still in my opinion, even doing that is too small. I'd like to steal a little bit of room from the meeting room, in my opinion.
I think if the concept is to make it a usable station with projections that, you know, you won't outgrow it, I think the chances of getting something passed this year are a little better than they have been,
Yeah,
much better.
and that's why we're trying to keep this to,
I know.
11,000's that number. Every square foot we add to it adds to cost,
Yeah.
and every time, and I'm not prepared to say any numbers yet, because we don't have a construction manager on board,
Sure, yeah.
but we have goals, and we're trying to meet them, and every square foot matters.
How wide is it that way? You got 12 feet this way, we think is that number. How wide is
This,
it?
you mean, right here,
Yeah.
I think it was a 96, well, what's 18 times 4, and then add a few feet.
718,
So I wanna say it's 80-something feet.
84 feet, I think he
I
said.
think that's,
How wide are the doors?
they're 14 by 14 doors. 18 foot wide. You know, the last apparatus bays were 20, we shrunk it to 18. I think 18 is still plenty apt.
So it's just 1,000.
He said 16 is bare minimum, but you're really at 16. It has it has more to do with the structural part of, because they have to put columns in these. And when you make 16 foot, because they still have to be 14 foot wide, so you're shrinking these and the size of the columns that you put in there, and then the usable space for like water and stuff running, air, you run out. So he really wants to keep 4 feet there, and he wants 14 foot doors.
I'm thinking this, how much more square footage is it to bring that forward? To add 12 more feet, but
So
that's what I
12
was
times-
wondering.
12 times 84 would be a rough number, it'd be
Right,
close.
like,
I-
Just
I-
over it.
But
I
is
don't
that
know.
gonna lose your space out on by the road?
And I don't think he has to add square footage, I think it's just moving
Moving
the
things around.
space around.
The original, this office wasn't here and this was square, I liked it a lot better. We just needed an office space for our fire prevention officer, he forgot to put that in there. And so we put this here, I don't think it's a great spot, but we've talked about that. Same thing with this room, we're gonna put the IT room in here, make this file smaller, and then the report room for the firefighter will
I
be.
was gonna say, is there
Yeah, so that's it was a single person report room, now it'll be a 2-person report room. It's still close to here, but they'll be able to shut the door, so you can open the door, yell across to the captain, but, but you can shut doors and be private if you need to be private. 'Cause the reports, every time we do a medical call, they have to write a census report, it's the medical report for the call.
I think it's a great place to start.
That's good feedback, yeah.
All right. Anything else before I go to the next one?
On to Park Street.
All right, so Park Street, there's 2 proposals, and I'll do B first, because I think it's the one the architect likes more, but I'm not sure.
Which one is this?
This is B.
B.
So B, so both, as you see over here, is a subterranean basement, basically for utilities and some light storage. But it's really for utilities to free up some square footage. If you see this line here, this is called the drop zone or the fall zone for the tower. It's not the tower falling over itself, it's things falling off the tower. So that's why the deck is kind of cut out like that, because we have that fall area from the tower. we're not 100% sure if you have to stay out of it, but he said if you can, he'd rather just make it a lot easier if you keep the building out of that fall zone. So this is Park Street right here. This square is the current Park Street station. No changes to that. If you notice, it's a double thickness wall, so it's one wall, 2 inches, I think is that what he said, Kevin? I think couple inches, and then another wall. So you're not structurally stealing anything from the Park Street station. You're not structurally touching it, because once we structurally touch that station, all bets go out the window with that station. So this section right here, this small middle section right here, is a 2-pitched roof, pitched back towards the back of the Park Street station, now flat roof, and that, so this would be the similar pitched roof, snow would go on it, and then this one, again, would be a gable roof, snow would go on it. So both would shed snow onto here, and then this would shed it back to keep the snow away from the front of the station. The snow would nice melt. This one incorporated a meeting room, a locker room, and a decon area. And you have the living quarters, and we had to do a double bump to get the right amount of space in the fitness room. This one, oh, the last one, I'm sorry, you asked the square feet of the last one. 10,900 square feet.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this one, this plan is 4,296 square feet, so call it 4,300 square feet. And then the basement is another 1,000 square feet. The reason he suggests the basement, because this wall and this wall already have to be 8 feet deep. He said, why not put 2 other walls and have a basement space? Because you already need to make this wall. So it's not a lot more work to put this. Then you could put your IT, you could put radio, you could put some services, maybe the sprinkler room, I don't know. But you can put that down in that basement. So this one, like I said, has a small meeting room, small gear room, and a decon room. The current tool locker gets moved, and then the tool locker becomes the airlock out into the other station. This is Plan A. This plan is 3,323 square feet, so 1,000 square feet smaller than the other station. This one probably has some more snow issues because you can see it's a much smaller space there. So there's going to be some snow issues here and some snow issues here that aren't great. We've already discussed that. He said he has thoughts, but he is not prepared to really talk about them right now. Here's the airlock here, small office, small living area, and then the fitness room up here. We have some snow issues up here too. He's talking about maybe moving this and doing some other things because he didn't realize we had to push all our snow this way. So this one does not incorporate a locker room or decon, which it's, so it's one way or the other. I don't know which way I land because right now the lockers are here and decon's kind of spread out through the bays. That's a very 1970s way to build a station. I think it works. So is it worth saving 1,000 square feet? And I don't know. Because, I mean, realistically, this apparatus bay, probably in 20 to 30 years from now, is going to need to be torn down and rebuilt. Do we let the people in 30 years decide what to do about the gear and decon and do the gear and decon now?
The connection point is the current double window, right?
Yes, correct.
So the roof system on this plan is less complicated than the other.
The roof system is much less complicated. The snow storage is much more complicated. But yeah, yes. The roof system on that other one is it's like a 2-pitch that comes underneath the eave and goes all the way back and catches all the snow from both sides. But it does eliminate the snow problems we'll have here. We're going to have some serious snow problems. This would be hopefully the main employee entrance. He was talking about maybe having to heat those stairs because you're going to have so much snow melt coming down on that area. So it's really...
I like the other one better.
The other one makes more sense.
Yeah, it does.
I think you'll find the roof cost in that other one going to be significant.
So this one would have a pretty simple gable, front to back, with a side gable going out over those dormers to the right, and then a small gable coming where that airlock is connecting to the current building. So much simpler roof structure.
So what's another million applies to the other roof?
Well,
So
it's
the-
more than 1,000 square feet.
The issue with the snow here is what, just the collection of it?
So if you have the island that's over here, and then you have the island that's here, you know, the one with the flag that's here. That flag one would go away, and right now that's where we put our snow
We would
right in
get no
front.
sun.
And it
That
gets
whole area would get no,
No.
from that building to that, like that, we would get no sun.
no sun whatsoever. So not only, and so if you, all this snow has to be pushed this way. And so right now, basically where we put it is right here, so it would be inside this row. So we have all this snow and nowhere to put it. So he's trying to figure that out for us.
How far is it from the end of that building to the end of your lot?
From, which end?
Going to the
Going
highway.
this
The way
way?
you're pushing snow?
Oh, we could keep going, but it drops off. You kind of go off a cliff. Not a cliff, but the slope.
There's an elevation change.
Yeah, right now we can't push it anywhere because we have the monument and the flag. That monument and flag would have to be moved. But, so that would free up some more space, but not a ton more space, because this fitness room kind of in the way. So he's,
Well, and there's probably going to have to be a couple of handicap parking spaces out front.
Yeah.
yeah, so he's aware of the snow issues and he's trying to kind of, he didn't realize how much snow, and the rest of the snow we pushed this way. The snow is
That's north going up, and so that whole little insert is going to be in the shade all the time.
Snow is going to be a problem, and we're trying to work around it. He's trying not to push too far this way so he can maintain these parking spots.
And that parking is for
Employee parking. So,
That would work, I guess, if that fitness room, all that whole building went down.
yeah.
But, I mean, we're still gonna have a snow problem.
So, I mean, I was wondering if you push this whole thing down, put this roof, but don't put the meeting room and all
Meeting
that.
room.
I don't know. But then, I mean.
I prefer
it's-
B, but
Yeah. I think the architects do too, because the firefighter health and safety is at the forefront right now, and every conference you go to, you see the green, yellow, and red areas, and they're trying to delegate, you don't go into green from red, you always have that yellow, that's the airlock, and that is the decon space. So with B, you have the decon space to go through, but we're trying to get these passed, and we know every dollar we add makes it so it might not pass. So we're trying to weigh, what do we do now, what do we do, and it's a tough call. I personally go back and forth a lot. I'm trying to make these as small and economical as possible, but I do have to think about firefighter health and
Sure.
safety.
Oh, absolutely.
And we do have the decon stuff now, it's just not how you would build it today, but we have everything down there that you would use. So, part of me is, I don't know, like, well, we have it, we do it now, it works. Where it's a lot better than Center Street's not good. Park Street is much better, it's still not how you do it today. Oh, you want to put the other one up?
Yeah, is this it?
Yeah.
Like, this is what I was trying to figure out. This is the one I was talking about, like, what disappeared.
Here, I'll hold it up so everybody can see and I'll show you. So,
Have Scott hold one.
Yeah, like, I'm like, what, so I knew stuff
Side by side.
disappeared.
okay.
And that's what I was trying to figure out, when I told you I would just ask you tonight. Okay, so.
All right, so what disappeared here? The meeting room disappears.
Yep,
The office changes a little bit. This gear room, this is for the turnout gear for the firefighting ensembles, and then this decon room disappears. So the
Okay.
decon room is, remember when I showed you today, the
Yes.
big extractor, the dryer?
Yep.
And then a washer and dryer and a place to clean stuff. So that's what disappears in this thing.
so right now, how's it, this shows how it is right now in Park Street?
Well, the Park Street is the same on both pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The only
but where's the
difference is
decon?
the airlock to the decon.
Okay, so right now, where's your decon at Park Street?
Park-
Looking at them.
So our decon, so
Right
this
there.
room right here
Yeah.
has our extractor in it. This room right here has our dryer in it. Our SCBA washer is on the wall right outside of here. And then in this room, we also have a deep sink. And then we have a small, tiny little shower that I've used once and I can't shower in it because I'm too big.
What's the first room?
Right here?
Yeah.
That's the tool room right now. So right now, that's where, you know, it's tool storage, it's locked tool storage.
And so the benefits of having the decon room here that you have, right, because you can't put a door in this one, no, you can't? Right, so we have a separate entrance, that's what the benefit of this is that correct?
Well, it'll move all that decon stuff that's kind of just strewn about and randomly placed. It'll put it in all one location. That way, when you're cleaning anything with bloodborne pathogens, with anything carcinogenic, any hazmat or anything would be cleaned in one room, so you're not spreading those throughout the whole station.
Okay, so right now they're separate.
Yes.
Okay, I was thinking it was entrance, that's why I wanted to ask.
Well, yeah, and then the airlock entrance. They really push on the airlock. That's why the other one, the airlock's in the middle here.
Right, so the other one still you have an airlock.
Yeah, but it doesn't have airlock to decon. So decon is kind of just everywhere.
Okay, got you. Thank you.
Again, both work,
Right.
and it's just how every
I
square
think it-
foot and every little thing adds more money. And the more money,
But you're not talking about 5,000 square feet, you're talking about 1,000,
yeah,
you know, I mean.
probably, 700 a square foot, probably, right?
Yeah.
So,
You're talking about wood.
and then the roof is gonna be structural. But he seems to think, and this will alleviate a ton of our snow problems.
Yeah.
So it's,
I just think everything could go down.
just push it down. Yeah.
So I don't know. Just
So if you push that down, does that push those parking spaces on that picture to the right or around the corner?
Well, either or.
There's
I
the
think you
fall zone.
lose some because you're running into the tower over on the
Right, they're in
right.
the fall zone.
can we? I mean, we can still park though on this side, obviously.
Yeah, you can still park here.
Yeah.
I asked him to keep spots so we could maintain this for call firefighters.
Yeah.
You know, we wouldn't wanna, but they could double park everybody too, and it wouldn't.
We use a double and triple park down there all the time.
Probably today, we had a lot of people show up today for the fires.
Yeah, and then this one he was talking about, adding more parking spaces going to the left. He just was keeping the parking in the same place so it's easier for you to see where things were.
And if you slow that down, you only lose 1 or 2 parking spots over there, so you still end up with 4.
Where's your fall zone?
Fall zone's right here.
So aren't those parking spots part of your fall zone?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Where yeah.
That fall zone was a big discussion during previous talks. And, I mean, my personal thoughts aside, you see buildings a lot closer to communication towers than we are.
Yeah. I think the building itself, he said for simplicity's sake, if we can keep it out of the fall zone, keep it out of the fall zone.
Yeah, that was a lot of, that was
It came up a
like
lot.
beat to death and put in a snow blower, then taking out, putting the wood chipper all through the zoning approved for that tower.
Okay.
Because we used, some of us used everything we knew and then borrowed some to can that tower.
And I wasn't part of those discussions, so
No.
I don't know the
Yeah, no,
fall
it was-
zones and how this works.
But, so am I personally concerned that the building gets closer to that tower? No. Make any difference, because much to my chagrin, those damn towers don't fall as much as they might.
Yeah.
And I think as Jason said, it's like having a piece of equipment come off in a windstorm or having somebody up there working who drops something and the wind, pushes it out from the tower.
Well, I don't think it makes it, to me, personally, the fall zone doesn't even exist.
Okay.
It's
Fair.
just not, it's not important enough to talk about.
I think we answered Helen's question too in our discussion.
Anything else on those plans?
Well, I think we answered Helen's question, is that correct?
I didn't see
You
that.
didn't see this?
Oh, he said it was
Yeah,
in my
it's in
packet,
your
but I don't know what I was
packet,
looking for.
She's asking about, the second one looks better, except it looks like plans are to alter the inside, which you said no.
It's just there is some alteration. You turn the tool room into the airlock. moved the tool room down to where the extractor is now. So it's a very small changes, it won't structurally change. And again, with both, the wall will be next to the existing, so you're not structurally touching that fire station. Because once you structurally touch that fire station, all bets are off.
I think the intent of, I hope, the vast majority is to not do enough to Park Street to bring in any other regulatory or, requirements that we do more. And I think the Roland's there, it's fine, to the extent possible.
And I think that makes better sense from the taxpayer perspective as well. Saying, listen, is that what you got? We're adding on to it.
That and other similar things like that
Yeah.
will be, I think that will become our ace in the hole.
Yeah. That's what I did when I built the police station in Northfield.
We can show you where,
Yeah.
this is what we did, and this is how we thought.
Yep.
And I don't see how that could hurt.
Kept the old building at the police station, we added the garage and another building, we went longer this way and then this way, so I made it in L, and it worked out ideal,
So
And it was it was $297,600.
I'm sure that was too much of them.
That paper is shed nowadays.
Yeah. That was 1996.
So the original request to S&P was option A, and then they proposed option B to, as the chief said, for the decon. And the commissioners asked them to keep moving forward with both options so they do some, I don't know,
3D elevation.
3D elevations. We could see what potentially those would look like from the different angles.
Yeah.
So they're moving forward at this point with both A and B.
Anything else on this side? Any other business? We have a calendar with, what is that called? What is that action called on the 13th? What is that action called? What is it?
The interviews, the RFP interviews, is that?
Yes.
RFP interviews,
Yep,
yes.
those are coming, we have that calendar.
You guys all got the email from Kathy that you're all invited to those?
Yeah, you got the August calendar, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the one she sent me. email.
You're always invited to every meeting, but they wanted to specifically invite you guys. Just
That's the 11th and
the 11th is the normal commission meeting. The 12th, and that's when the proposals are due and they'll be read. They'll just be read into the record that night. But the actual interviews are the 12th and 13th. And we'll open those proposals in public and read them into the record.
Is there a commissioners meeting tomorrow?
No.
That's the right answer, that's what I was looking for.
No, there's not.
August 3rd will be the next meeting, because we changed that for the greatest amount of participation from whenever it was.
That's next Wednesday, next month,
Next Monday.
a week from today. There won't be any change, I don't
think you'll have anything to talk about.
Yeah, I'm wondering, as we get
I was just
closer,
gonna say
will
that.
we cancel that? And at that point, the meeting would be, what day, the 4th?
24th.
24th.
yes.
So, is it the opinion of the committee that we maintain the August 3rd on the calendar and pending anything that comes up, or are we inclined to not have that meeting and attend the RFP interviews if we choose to?
Yeah.
And after that would be meeting on the 24th.
Yeah. I would think unless we need to be, or something. If we need to meet, then we can
So
on the 3rd.
relative to meetings on the calendar, for me, once you put a meeting on the calendar, I'm more inclined to keep that and cancel it last minute than cancel it now and then, oh, by the way, we need a meeting.
Right, exactly. No,
Because
that's good.
we've met the requirements for posting a meeting,
Yeah,
but if we call it too close,
right.
so
Yep.
I'm inclined to leave it and pull the plug on it on the 2nd,
Yep.
if we need to,
I think that's a good idea.
or
I don't know if you, but I'm sure everybody else has got enough meetings that, so, no, I'm with you.
all right, anything else on the floor?
Just so you know, and, I'm not gonna be here on the 24th, I'm probably not gonna be here. I'm gonna be leaving Lake Placid, New York at about noon or 1 p.m. I don't think I'm gonna be back in time for that 24th meeting. If you have any questions for me before that meeting, I'm happy to answer them, but you need to get them to me probably by really the 18th. After the 18th, I will not be available by email, cell phone, anything. That's all staying in the car. I'm going hiking, and I'm not going to talk to anyone. So,
Good for you.
so I won't be back. I don't think I'm going to be at that 24th meeting. So if you guys need anything from me, I ask that you ask me by the 18th, and I can get any information you need for that meeting.
Okay.
And we can go to the commissioners meeting on the 7th.
Yeah.
Choose to.
I can't do the 24th, so I want to go the 17th, see if I can learn anything.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Seems like you got a motion in a second.
I thought we were gonna die for lack of a motion. So there's a second?
Second.
All right, we are adjourned at 6:21.
Perfect.
Do you know gearing stuff out, Chief?
No.
You guys are
We're still recording.
you're gonna talk about the stuff, the builder.